After the 5 longest nights of my life and 6 of the longest days of my life in the hospital, we finally made it home. Those were rough days for Allie. There were a couple days I didn't think she was ever gonna make it back home. But she was finally released about 6 days ago, and so for almost a week now, she's been at home resting, slowly recovering, getting back all of her Allie strength. I'll tell you one thing that's been really helpful is the response from so many wonderful, loving people. Just look at all these flowers. So many. She could open up her own florist shop now. They just kept coming and coming and coming. Of course, a few of them had to be locked away in bathrooms and in her sewing room and places like that because they're a little bit poisonous to the cats and humans, I think. Is that deadly nightshade? Perfect for a witch's brew. But each little batch of flowers cheered her up and got little smiles out of her when she was still weak and exhausted. So they were really, really sweet. But if you think all these flowers are impressive, just feast your eyes on this. Would you look at the size of that bear? He barely fits on this couch. Now, this bear was a present for Allie, but it was also mostly a prank on me from a friend of mine who let me know that if he could have bought a bigger bear and sent it, he would have. But as large as it is, and as annoying as it is to move around the house, it definitely worked its magic because the flowers got some cute little smiles out of her, but this bear got some of the first laughter I've seen in a while out of her.
I don't know what other face.
Well, I guess I'll leave you two alone. Just go sleep on the couch. Oh my gosh.
Now you have to get inside of it.
I can't look up. It's so much bigger than you. The legs are so big. The leg is bigger than you. The legs are so funny looking.
I think it's over 5 pounds.
Yeah, you can't lift that. So it's longer.
So it's stuck here.
It's longer than you do. It's so much. Seriously though, the kindness has been overwhelming. The giant teddy bear, dozens and dozens of flowers. Another friend brought her this grabber, this reach-in stick so she could reach stuff. My friend Caitlin came and helped me clean the whole house twice. While we were in the hospital, Tyler and Alex were running around doing all kinds of crazy errands, picking up a shower chair, all these different stuff. And then tons of people put together this GoFundMe to help pay for all of Allie's medical bills, which went crazy before I even noticed it, before I could stop it. Other people sent get well cards to our P.O. box for her. Katie from Best Life, who used to be a nurse, came and helped her with all of her equipment and cooked more food for her. And it was possible to eat in almost more food than fit in the refrigerator. I believe she was helped a little by Liz from Fresh Baked with that, so it's just overwhelming, a lot of stuff. But the most important and most exciting and most positive thing of them all is that this little one is getting so much better. How do you feel today?
I feel pretty good today.
Getting up and walking a little bit by herself, going to the bathroom by herself. Yesterday you went to the kitchen and got a snack by yourself. What else you been doing in here while you've been laying down?
Watching lots of TV, talking to people,
Sleeping.
cuddling.
Just because the way the intestinal surgery worked, everything is shortened in there, so Allie has to drink like zillions of electrolytes. That's all smart water in there. Tons and tons of fluid. And because food only has this long after her stomach to be absorbed, she has to eat constantly around the clock. Like constantly. Which has been tough for me because I'm always on call. I'm like a waiter, huh? Mm-hmm. But what have you been eating?
Oh, lots of stuff. Chicken, rice, potatoes.
This little small Allie lost like 13 pounds in the hospital. 13 pounds you did not have to lose, so we've been stuffing you full of stuff, and hopefully we'll get you back to normal. You can walk pretty far now. You can walk all the way through the house.
Yeah.
So that's good. It's still going to be a couple days till she's allowed to be in a car, and it's still going to be a couple weeks till she's allowed to bend down. So it's all going to be little by little baby steps. You've done so well, and you haven't gone stir crazy yet. Everybody's been so nice to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for everything.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Allie is going to get better soon. Look at this. She's got Kevin the koala over here. She's got Bambi. She's got Sam the selfish sloth. And, of course, that giant bear out there. And then there's the chunkiest, fluffiest one of them all, Me! Still can't squeeze you, but I can cuddle you a little bit. Very, very gently. So we've got 8,000 puzzles and games and grown-up lady coloring books. Seriously, look at this Thomas Kincaid coloring book. Weird. I've got a baby monitor installed in here. It's a two-way one, so I can hear everything Allie says. If she needs me, she just has to say, Justin. And then, excuse the mess while we go in here, I was cooking. I've got one monitor hooked up in the kitchen, so I can hear her when I'm in here getting all that food. I've got another one in the garage in case I want to work on any projects as she gets better, so I can still hear her if she calls.
Hello.
And I've even got a floater. We haven't been able to use it yet. I think we're a day or two away. Thanks to everybody helping us out. We were also able to pick her up some sick wheels. Oh yeah, look at that whip right there. That is gonna make it easier for her. Even though she's supposed to get up and walk, and she's been walking every day and getting better and better at it, that'll make it easier for the next week or two for her to be able to go places like Target and stuff like that where she can't walk that long, you know. Or we can go to the park or something like that and she can scoot to the place she wants to walk around, right? And then scoot back to the car. This whole thing comes apart in like 8 pieces. So I can get it in the car myself, which is nice. So basically, as you see, we've gotten as set up as we can. The first week has gone pretty well. I've still sort of been on round-the-clock duty, so I'm still a little bit worn out, but I really can't complain because I wasn't the one who had my abdomen sliced open and my plumbing all rearranged. I actually haven't left the house except for 2 times, maybe 3 times, to go to the store really quick and run back. I had to be careful or Allie would be sneaking out of bed to try to clean up if I didn't come back fast enough. Plus, they had to be really short trips because she really can't be left alone still. She's still healing up on the inside, and you wouldn't want anything bad to happen without somebody there to help her. If she fell, if she tripped, if she dropped anything, it's just safer to always have someone with her. So I really haven't left and gone anywhere this whole week, but that's actually going to change today. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous about it, but Alex and Tyler are going to come over here. Tyler's going to be shipping some of the merch from the online store, and Alex is going to sit with Allie and hang out with her so I can leave the house for a little while to support another very dear friend of mine and pay for some artwork, but I'll explain that in a little bit. I gave Allie breakfast right before I started talking to you guys. It's already time for me to make lunch number 1 for her. Hey Allie, lunch number 1 is on the way! Yay! She does have a lot of restrictions in terms of certain things she can and can't have. But as I was making myself some very spicy arrabbiata yesterday, I made her some very mild, lean turkey pasta. We got some cashew yogurt and some butterscotch pudding snack packs. She's been craving peanut butter like crazy. We've got Gatorade, we've got Propel, we've got Smart Water, we've got protein drinks and peach cups. So I'll have to find out what she wants right now and I'll be right back. Okay, how was your first lunch?
It was good.
You ready for a second lunch yet?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I think I want Panera.
Panera! Oh, okay, well, it makes it easier for me. I don't have to cook.
I just want a sandwich.
All right, I've now left Allie with her friends. I'm a little bit nervous. I have no idea why I'm nervous. Just feel nervous that I'm not there to see what all is going on, but she's at home with friends. And I am out on the town, far, far away. All right, I'm only a couple miles away, but still, I'm trying to make it fast, but this was important to me. We're going back to the Orange Circle for a very special purpose today. A lot of people didn't see it, but some of you might remember just before we took Allie to the hospital, I got a preview copy of this. The book about Oceanic arts, the legendary Tiki Godfathers, the place that has supplied everywhere with their tiki, tropical, and jungle needs over the past 66 years. I wanted to review the book because after all that time, these two guys, LeRoy Schmaltz and Bob Van Oosting, are finally retiring. There's going to be a big auction, and pre-orders are available now for this book. It's kind of pricey, but it's super massively thick, 500 pages, and well worth it. Anyway, I did the whole review on that, so you can go watch that if you missed it. The reason I'm here in the Orange Circle today is as they're closing down Oceanic Arts in Whittier, LeRoy here has been having an art show in the Orange Circle. No, I didn't even know was happening at first because all the stuff with Allie's health had been distracting me. Finally, it was LeRoy and his son-in-law, who I've known for, 22, 3, 4 years, something like that, who clued me in and let me know, hey, LeRoy's got an art show going on, and it's right by your antique store booth in orange. Seriously, it's right over there where all those people are. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So the last day, and I mean the last day, before Allie went in for surgery in the hospital, I came down here real quick with her, and we put in our bids on the very few paintings that were left that weren't sold yet. And now here I am 2 weeks later, having come full circle, pun very much intended, to pick up my paintings at the sort of closing ceremonies slash party with which they're ending the art show, where, to even my surprise, LeRoy is appearing in person to greet everyone who's bought paintings, and there's a heck of a lot more people down here than I thought there was going to be, which is fantastic. Big celebration of his life. They're doing the show in memory of his late wife who passed away only very recently. I'm excited to get my stuff. I'm so happy to see you. You having fun? This is amazing. It's crowded. You have a full house. Oh, this is awesome. Look at all the people, and more importantly, look at all the artwork. Most people don't know, although many people are about to find out thanks to that book, that LeRoy isn't just a master carver. He's a master artist. He's a phenomenal painter. I mean, just look at these things. Most of the ones in the show are, of course, Tiki related, since that's how most people know LeRoy. But I've had the good fortune to know this man of great faith and great talent for years, which has offered me the opportunity to see some of his paintings and some of his other amazing art pieces, which aren't exactly Tiki related, not necessarily anyway. And I've always been a huge fan of LeRoy's work. I've always begged to buy certain pieces that he had kind of stashed away at Oceanic Art. So I was like, I don't know if we're ready to sell those ones. So I freaked out at the opportunity to buy some of the paintings down here. Even though, like I mentioned, I was pretty late to the party, so I only got some of these little tiny ones. I'll show you afterwards. Dude, look at this artwork right here. LeRoy is a phenomenal talent. Look at all of this. LeRoy, it all looks really good. I'm just mad you didn't tell me sooner, so I couldn't have bought more. Look at this. You've got Jordan, who wrote the Oceanic Arts book here. You've got Chris from the original Tiki Marketplace. I saw Bamboo Ben running around. It wasn't even a super well-publicized deal, but turns out there's a lot of Tiki people here. Look at all this. Some sick kicks are happening over here. Fantastic. This place, by the way, Full Circle, exists as a benefit. It's actually raising money for charity for children. They have all these recycled and upcycled and vintage clothes, and it's right by, I mean literally 2 doors down or something like that. It's right by our booth at the antique station. I never knew this was here. It's kind of a tearjerker because all of LeRoy's kids and grandkids are here. This whole thing is very inspirational and emotional. I really love seeing LeRoy be the center of attention, getting recognition for his amazing artwork. Such a cool tribute to 87 years this year of creativity. Dude, look at all these paintings. I really wanted to grab this one. I don't even know why. But of course I would have loved to get the Tiki themed ones as well, but those were all sold out right away. I am thankful I did manage to snag some of the small ones. I know for sure that one's mine. I know for sure I wanted this one, but I think that one was already gone before I had a chance. I mean, it was slim pickings by the time I found out about this.
Okay, everybody look at Justin now real quick.
The Schmaltz family pick. Look at the size of that Schmaltz family. Oh my gosh, well, something really exciting just happened. Forgot to take my heart pill today. Hard to breathe, but I've got to run over to an ATM really quick because some unexpected items just came up for sale, and I've got to get my hands on them. I am super stoked on this. It was just right place, right time, but they actually have a few very, very vintage palm frond mask LeRoy hand carved for sale. And look at this. Look at the size of this haul. I just dropped those off at the car real quick, and now I'm going back for the paintings.
So far away, now I'm wandering. We just understand. And a little sad because I didn't meet my wife. I rejoice in the fact that she just was the word.
Okay, the show is over. I have got my Schmaltz artwork here, but there's a little lady at home who must be starting to get tired about now. So it's time to go home and feed well. All right, I came home and checked everything out, and Allie is now sleeping peacefully. She spent a lot of time with her friends, which was a nice change of pace for her, but it has tired her out quite a bit. That's why I've just come back out to the living room, and now I could show you guys my epic haul o' Schmaltz. Now these are all pretty small, but remember, it is difficult to come across a Schmaltz. I mean, how many times have you seen one just floating around out there? Here's a little colored pencil piece called The Catch. I think it's colored pencil and ink, just one of those epic little LeRoy doodles, very schmaltzy. This one is called Jungle Tree right here, and apparently LeRoy created more than one of these. But I believe the others are in his family, so there's only a couple of these tree doodles. I don't know why, I just like that one. And then last but not least, at least in terms of favoritism, because it is the least in size, is this one here, which is called One Sheep Out. This is my favorite one. Of the ones I was able to snag, of course I wish I could have walked away with other pieces, but this epic little painting, which is quite diminutive in size, is awesome. The subject matter, the tropical island background, I love it. Look, Ma, I got a Schmaltz! And then there's these guys way back in the day when I very first filmed at Oceanic Arts. I filmed a whole long interview with Bob and LeRoy. They were trying to explain to me how their whole tiki carving thing started with palm frond masks that LeRoy was doing. Something Oceanic Arts used to make and sell a lot of, but hasn't done so, really, not in quantity anyway, for a long time. And so for years, I've been trying to get my hands on a LeRoy Schmaltz palm frond mask. As a matter of fact, bless his heart forever, LeRoy remembered that I was always asking about the palm frond masks, and he told me the other day when I was outside of Oceanic Arts, oh, I'm doing this art show, blah, 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 and I'm selling a couple palm frond masks. Well, the palm frond masks at the art show were completely sold out. However, like I said, when I walked into the gallery, his son-in-law, Robert, who I've known for a long, long time, grabbed me and was like, hey, there's a couple of those palm frond masks. We found some that they were carved way, way back in the day. So these are vintage Oceanic Arts, LeRoy Schmaltz, palm frond masks that have been collecting dust in some weird attic space at the warehouse all that time, and they were able to sell just a handful of them. So these are basically priceless treasures. I can't believe that I got my hands on some. Check it out. Not only does it have the classic carved signature, but he signed it more recently in paint pen as well. So not only are they ancient, and let me tell you, very, very, very dried out, but this is classic stuff, supposedly from the very earliest days of Oceanic Arts, that has survived all these years tucked away in the warehouse. I don't think I could ever let these go, especially not the middle one. If I ever had to the right person or the right circumstances, the side ones, but dude, this middle one is epic. Amazing to think that all that history at Oceanic Arts started with them carving some simple palm frond masks. Anyway, this was a fun day for me. It was a rare break from just being cooped up inside the house, although I'm glad that I'm cooped up with Allie. That part is fine. But it was nice to get out and think about and talk about something else other than the food and the healing. I just want to say to all the people who donated to that GoFundMe that I didn't even know about, or who bought an extra piece of merchandise, or watched an extra couple of older videos, or left kind comments, or sent flowers, or whatever, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being so kind and positive and supportive, for all of your prayers and good vibes and well wishes and thoughts. It has all helped so much in an otherwise very sad and difficult time. So anyways, it'll be a while till we're back to our usual adventures, I think. Little by little, as Allie heals up, little by little, I'll be able to range farther from home and get back to business. I do have a lot of action figures we could review, and I have been watching a lot of samurai movies in here, so it's not like I don't have anything to talk about. It's just, you know, usually I'm a go out and do, not so much a sit down and talk type of person. But let me know in the comments if you'd like to see some other kind of stuff in the meantime, or should we just wait until we're back to the big adventures? For those of you in the Adventurers Club on Patreon, I'm going to be back with the morning announcements starting today, actually. So we're coming back online little by little by little, and then hopefully we'll be back in full triumph. For now, though, we've truly done our duty. It's time to go home. Sleep well.